Second principle, knowledge of your religion and knowing it with its proofs. So now, when the angel asks you, Ma dinuk, how will you be able to answer Islam if you don't have what the Shaykh is saying here? It's not sufficient for you to put a tag there and say, my name is Muhammad, I am a Muslim, everybody. It's not sufficient. There are so many people like that. But he doesn't have Islam in his life in the slightest. How do you know that you've got Islam in your life? How do you know that you can then answer with Islam correctly? The Shaykh is saying here, knowledge of your religion, which is Islam, with its proofs. When you have knowledge of your religion, to the best of your ability, and its proofs, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this, the Messenger of Allah said this, then it is for him to submit with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or to Allah in obedience. That is a Muslim. Is that sufficient? That the person now knows what the religion is, and have submitted to Allah with whatever He's told me to do? Not sufficient. The Shaykh then moves on to say, and to free yourself and disassociate yourself from shirk and its people. Now he is a Muslim. How is he a Muslim? He's submitted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he's made it only for him by saying anything other than this, submission to Allah, anything other than this is not acceptable. Bara'at min shirk wa ahlihi, the Shaykh is saying here, that you have complete disassociation. Now again, no, we're not talking about you being violent towards them even, or being harsh towards them, or being disrespectful towards them. That's not what the Shaykh is saying. The Shaykh is saying here, we're Muslim, they're not Muslim. That's the difference. So he's not Muslim, that's his choice. That's fine. We'll be nice to him. Perhaps there's hope for him. Perhaps there isn't. But for me, what makes me a Muslim is, this is Islam. And I'm going to submit to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through His religion. Whatever He's told me to do, I will do it, but I would require ilm for that. And whatever He's told me to stay away from it, I will stay away from it, but I require ilm for that. And then, as we saw in the introduction, the Shaykh is saying here, then we have a level of cooperation with one another, because if you look at all of the principles and the pillars of our religion, most of them are congregational. Nobody can really, I mean, technically you probably can, but nobody can really establish Islam by himself somewhere in some remote island by himself. Everything in Islam, really, if you think about it, there is a community for it.